Japanese Mitsubishi A6M0 fighters sliced through the sky with deadly grace, their pilots confident in the unmatched agility and range of their aircraft.
The Zero had dominated the Pacific skies since the war's outbreak, its lightweight design and exceptional maneuverability making it a nightmare for Allied pilots.
American naval aviators, flying older and less capable planes like the F4F Wildcat, struggled to keep pace.
The Zero's ability to outturn and outclimb most Allied fighters had earned it a fearsome reputation.
The confidence of the Zero pilots was palpable, and for a time, it seemed the Pacific would remain under Japanese control.
The confidence of the Zero pilots was palpable, and for a time, it seemed the Pacific would remain under Japanese control. But behind the scenes, American engineers and designers were hard at work on a new fighter, one that would change the balance of power in the skies forever.
The Grumman F6F Hellcat was designed to counter the Zero's strengths and exploit its weaknesses.
Rugged, fast, and heavily armed, the Hellcat was built to survive the brutal dogfights that had decimated earlier American fighters.
In the heart of America's industrial might, the Grumman factory buzzed with activity as a new fighter was born.
Every rivet and bolt was driven with purpose, crafting a plane designed to dominate the skies.
Every rivet and bolt was driven with purpose, crafting a plane designed to dominate the skies. Engineers meticulously designed the Hellcat to be rugged, fast, and heavily armed.
Pilots prepared to take this new machine into battle, confident it could face any enemy.
At its heart was the Pratt & Whitney R2800 engine, delivering unmatched power and reliability.
Every control was designed with the pilot's survival and effectiveness in mind.
The Hellcat soared into the sky, faster and tougher than any fighter before it.
Unlike the fragile Zero, the Hellcat was built to absorb damage and keep fighting.
Parts moved swiftly from factory to front lines, fueling the war effort.
Behind every plane was the hope and determination of countless Americans.
The Hellcat's arrival was heralded as a turning point in the air war.
American pilots trained relentlessly, mastering new tactics to exploit the Hellcat's strengths.
They knew the stakes were high, and failure was not an option.
New tactics emphasize speed and firepower over dogfighting agility.
Dive fast, fire hard, then climb away. The Hellcat's winning formula.
どうせアメシカの開きだな Japanese pilots initially scoffed at the Hellcat, underestimating its power.
Their confidence would soon be shattered in the skies above the Pacific.
American pilots readied themselves to face the Zero with a new weapon in their hands. The Hellcat was about to prove itself in the crucible of war.
The first encounters between Hellcats and Zeros were chaotic and intense, a deadly dance in the skies.
Look at how fat it is! A flying battleship, perhaps?
So clumsy.
But American pilots knew their new fighter had hidden strengths.
Tactical briefings emphasized exploiting the Hellcat's speed and firepower.
The Hellcat began to prove itself, scoring its first kills against the feared Zero.
Woohoo! Splash one!
While the Zero excelled in tight turns, the Hellcat's boom and zoom tactics gave it the edge.
Break right now, Fox 3, Fox 3.
Communication and coordination became key in these deadly dogfights.
Surprise and disbelief spread among Japanese pilots as the Hellcat's power became clear.
The cost of underestimating the Hellcat was deadly.
American pilots fought with renewed confidence, knowing their machine could survive.
Back on the carriers, Japanese commanders began to question their assumptions.
How could they know we were here?
The entire fleet is exposed.
Hellcat squadrons refined their tactics, flying with precision and discipline.
The Hellcat's heavy armament unleashed devastating firepower.
Japanese pilots struggled to evade the Hellcat's relentless attacks.
Built to survive, the Hellcat's armor and self-sealing tanks protected pilots from fatal damage.
We're taking heavy fire. Need backup on Sector Baker immediately.
Teamwork and communication were vital in overwhelming enemy formations. The myth of zero invincibility was shattered in these early battles.
Boom and zoom tactics allowed Hellcat pilots to strike hard and escape.
Precision flying and control were key to mastering the Hellcat's power.
The Japanese began to realize the Hellcat was a formidable new adversary.
American pilots celebrated their growing dominance in the skies. Control of the Pacific skies was beginning to shift in favor of the Allies.
Each victory chipped away at Japanese air power.
The pilots knew the fight was far from over, but hope was growing.
The stage was set for a decisive clash that would change the course of the war. June 19, 1944. The stage was set near the Mariana Islands for one of the largest carrier battles in history.
American carriers prepared to launch waves of F6F Hellcats into the sky.
Across the water, Japanese pilots readied their Zero squadrons for battle.
Confidence still lingered among Japanese aviators, despite growing challenges.
American pilots reviewed tactics designed to exploit the Hellcat's strengths.
One after another, Hellcats took to the skies, ready to engage the enemy.
Japanese fighters surged forward, eager to defend their fleet.
The two forces collided in a deadly aerial ballet.
American pilots stayed alert, knowing the stakes were higher than ever.
The battle erupted with ferocity, each side fighting for control of the skies.
Hellcats used their speed and firepower to strike hard and escape.
Japanese pilots struggled to counter the Hellcat's new tactics.
One by one, Japanese fighters fell from the sky.
Woohoo! Splash one, bandit!
Victory calls echoed through the American squadrons.
Fleet defenses added to the relentless pressure on Japanese attackers.
The Japanese command realized the battle was slipping away.
American pilots maintained discipline, ready for the next wave.
The skies were littered with the wreckage of a devastating defeat.
The Battle of the Philippine Sea marked a turning point, signaling the decline of Japanese air power.